Hi, I'm Jo from J.H.Leather, and in this video I'm going to be showing you 5 different ways that you can easily fancy up your keyrings. Let's get started. So all the keyrings in this video are made with my D1 acrylic template, which is available to purchase on my website. So the easiest option to fancying up your keyrings is by what leather you are using. You can choose a bright colour to stand up from the rest, but you can also go with a textured or an exotic hide. So the leather that I went with on my keyring was with a crocodile printed shoulder, and as you can see, that gives a really nice texture to our keyring. Another option is to add an ornament to your keyring, so you can get ornaments in many shapes, styles and colours, and for me I have chosen this star. Now the ornaments are going to come with little leather, sort of prongs or feet, and what you can do, depending on how thick your leather is place your ornament onto your keyring where you want it to fit and then push down. Now if it's possible, you can push this all the way through your leather. However, if it is a bit more difficult, you can use a sharpened screwdriver and make the holes with that. And then once the holes have been made, you can permanently fit your ornament by folding the legs over. Another great option that you can do is add some personalisation. Now I am fortunate enough to have a laser engraver, and that means I can easily engrave names, initials, dates and even logos onto my keyrings. Now you don't need to have a laser engraver to be able to do personalisation onto your keyrings. Another option is to get some brass font. So I have got here a super rapid type holder from a company called Fine Cut Tools, and I got this many years ago and from their bookbinding section. Now what this does is holds my fonts nice and centrally, which allows me to more easily get my embossing straight on the keyring. Now another option is to get an alphabet set online, and you can hammer these in individually onto your keyring. A nice subtle option what you can do to fancy your keyring up is to make it raised. Now what you can do is cut your keyring out as normal and then cut a smaller insert, at least 5mm smaller, and then glue that inside your keyring. Once you have fitted your filler, you can then use an edge tool to shape the edges of the filler and get them nice and rounded. And this is going to give a really subtle effect, but a really nice effect on your raised keyring. Now I just did the 1 layer in my keyring here, however you can easily layer these up by adding 2 or 3 layers onto your filler. Now one thing to note with this raised keyring is that the thicker the filler, the further the leather of your keyring has to stretch around so it's able to be stitched down. Now this may just mean that you have to reduce the width of your filler when you are putting that into your keyring, and it's something that you're going to have to keep in mind and maybe do some tests with. Now the final option that we're going to be going over is similar to the last one, however we're going to be adding multiple layers to both sides of our filler to make a 3D effect keyring. So this is a similar technique to the last one, where we are going to be making smaller and smaller fillers and gluing them together. We can then use our edge tool and we can reduce the thickness and get a nice rounded shape on the edges of the filler. And you can do this with your edge tool, and then I like to actually go over this once more with my knife to make sure the edges are nice and smooth. And again, you can add multiple layers here. So for my 2 fillers, I have done 2 layers, so there'll be 4 in total once they're glued into my keyring. Once you are happy with your fillers and that they are matching, you can glue these 2 together and then glue them into your keyring. And you can then finish that off as normal. And so that is 5 easy ways to fancy up your keyrings. Now you can go one step further and combine any of the techniques that we have used in this video to make an even fancier keyring. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please click that thumbs up button to let YouTube know. And if you have another idea or another way that you fancy up your own keyrings, please leave that in the comments below to let others know. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video.